everyone. All right, so we're trying something new. This is called MATÉ Talk. This is, the idea is I wanted to create something that's a little bit informal. I am a little bit nervous, I have to be completely honest here. I feel like I'm navigating new waters. I realize that this is, I mean, it's almost like vlogging to a point. But for me, this is new territory, and I haven't really gone down this path. But the reason, so why am I doing this? And I've had this in my brain for about 6 months now. And since starting the channel, I've had a lot of people reach out to me either through DMs, YouTube, through the YouTube comments. And I've even had people email me directly, which I think is awesome. So don't think that I'm saying anything negative in that space. The one thing that that's happening is that I get asked similar questions, and I thought it would be cool to have a place where I can, I guess, have these answers, and also it becomes a place where you can ask me questions directly. I realize that we're not doing this live or doing it in real time, but I want to do this on a weekly basis, and so go ahead and put your comments, and then next week, and it'll always come out on the same day. At this moment in time, I am thinking Australian or Melbourne time, Tuesday at around 4, 5 o'clock, the video will go out. I wanted to go for 10 minutes, so I'm going to keep myself on task to really finish up today quickly so that you know exactly what's going to happen. Why am I calling this MATÉ Talk? So there's two parts to this, and it's I guess it's a play on the word mate. So firstly, what is mate? So this is called this is a mate. Wait for the camera to pick up, and it's not going to. It's like, no, I want to see your handsome face. Oh my gosh. So it's an Argentinian drink, and this is the mate holder. Inside is the yerba mate, and there's the bombilla. Now, I'm going to show you. This is the emoji. Hang on a second. Now I've lost my focus. You've seen this emoji. That's a mate. And so mate is a social drink that is drunk in Argentina. Whenever friends come over, we'll get together. Mate is always part of that get together. And mate is really, it's almost like a conduit for conversation. It's definitely a symbol of friendship. And so, yeah, Argentinians, we drink a lot of mate. It's actually good for you. It makes you strong. The other part to the word, so in Australia, we use the word mate. And so I wanted to, so it's a play on that word. So if you look at it, it looks like mate talk. And we use mate a lot. So g'day mate, how are you mate? No way mate, I wouldn't do that, you know. So mate is part of our vocabulary. And so I want this to be a chance for friends, mates, to talk and have whatever drink is that you enjoy drinking, whether it be coffee, tea, or mate, then this will become part of MATÉ Talk. Now, be honest with me, all right? Honesty is important. Brutality is not welcome, so don't be too brutal, you know, like, you're an idiot. But I want you to, you know, if this is working as a concept, then awesome. Again, I get it. It's vlogging style, so it's not like I'm, you know, discovering life on Mars, but that's Elon Musk's job. Anyway, but it's new for me. This is uncharted waters, and so I don't want it. So there's a fine line here between becoming very me-focused, which I don't want to do. That's the honest truth. I don't want to do that. But at the same time, I want to create a connection with everyone. And I get it that right now it's a little bit stunted because it's me, and then wait for your comments, and then boom, boom, boom. Anyway. So one question that I get constantly asked is, who are you? What's your background? I guess I purposely came into this space with the fragrances, and I try to make a bit of a splash in the sense that, you know, I want to, the content that the Niche Fragrance Collector is creating is, I want it to be different. I want it to stand out. Visually, I want you to, if someone sees it, go, my gosh, what is this? What's this about? And so that was obviously by design. And I've always been a perfume lover. I've always loved perfume. Even as a child, I've always been into fragrances. And my background is production. So I've been doing my own production or filming for the last 25 years. I started filming, and I've taught myself, right? So I didn't go to school for it. I think I was well, it was built in, it was in my brain. Storytelling and compositing shots and creativity and all that sort of stuff is something that I've always enjoyed doing. So I started doing weddings. I did that for a number of years and then migrated across to, I landed, believe it or not, I mean, it was like a glory job, filming hotels and resorts. I pitched to a hotel. We were having a holiday in Fiji, and I said to them, you guys should do some videos here. At that stage, I had nothing to show them other than wedding videos, but I managed to connect with the owner of the property, and he said, you know what, go ahead and let's do it. And we became very good friends, and we would film his resort in Fiji. As a result of that, we were able to expand, and we filmed through different parts of Europe. We filmed all through the South Pacific and across Australia and New Zealand. So it was an awesome job, and it was so much fun. Problem was, it took us away from our family. We, meaning my wife and I, so my wife and I would travel together and we would film this stuff. And so we then redirected our focus and we did some local productions. We started working for corporates and things of that nature. Then COVID hit, and we were, as Victorians, we were locked down for 7 months. We couldn't go out. Thank goodness I had my office is the studio also, so I was able to keep myself, and I did this purely for fun. All right, so it was never with the intention of I'm going to build a YouTube channel. It was purely for fun and recreation that I started filming perfume bottles and making them look sexy, and then I created some reviews on perfumes that I had in my collection. I was deep into niche at that stage because 2017 is when I first sort of got involved with niche perfumery. And a friend of mine said, look, I love the content you're doing, you should do a YouTube channel. And as they say in the movies, the rest is history for the moment. And so as a result, it's been a year now that we've been doing this. So that's me, that's my background there. Now, what I wanted to do today is, so if you've got any other further questions on that, just put them in the comments. I'm more than happy to answer those. And I'll add it for my next MATÉ talk next week. Ideally, I'd like to do these, and I want it to be almost religious. 4 o'clock on a Tuesday, 5 o'clock on a Tuesday, these will go out. As you can see, I'm going to minimize the amount of production that goes into it. It's one straight cut, so I better not make any mistakes, and I better not say something that they're going to later regret. So it's one straight cut. No cuts will happen in this. It's just me going for it. I mentioned earlier that, so I get a lot of people asking me, have you tried this fragrance? Have you smelled that fragrance? Can you tell me about it? And I've had then people, and my response is, yes, I'm going to check it out and I will look at it. And then I get some of these subscribers going, yo, are you not listening to me? How come you haven't done a review on fragrance? Blah, blah. So just so you know, my process is, it's pretty rigid. I don't blind buy for starters, so I won't randomly, well, I don't blind buy. And so whenever I buy a fragrance, I normally get a decant of it, I test it for a week, and then sort of work my way through it. If I really love it, then I'll go buy it, etc., etc. Sometimes the fragrance just does not resonate with me, and there's two parts to it. One, I just don't resonate with it. It's not my style. Or two, it just didn't resonate with me in that moment. And the classic example is Decas, which is the Xerjoff fragrance. I did a 3-part trilogy on the 1861 and totally love those 3 fragrances there. I got Decas. I had an idea as to what I thought the fragrance was going to be. When I got it, I sprayed it, or the sample, I sprayed it, and I'm like, I don't get it. It's too fruity, it's too white flower, is this more female leaning? I mean, where is this going? And I had a preconceived notion as to what that fragrance was meant to be. And unfortunately, it didn't fit that, and it threw me off. And so as a result, I've put it away, knowing that I am going to revisit it again. And sometimes that's what happens. I don't want to create a review if I don't really believe in the fragrance, or I don't really feel that this fragrance is something that I personally love, and I want to share that love with others. So what this MATÉ talk is also an opportunity to do is to sample things and give you my first impressions. This is basically going to get me off the hook. So when people say, have you smelled this? Can you test it out? The intention is I will do it on MATÉ Talk. I'll give you my first impressions. And that way, yeah, you can see that I am listening is what I'm listening, guys, I'm listening. So I want to give a shout out to Lee. He has an Instagram page. Here's the handle. Please follow him. He's a super awesome man, very genuine, super passionate about all things. I know it says that it's linked to Zaharoff, so he is a big fanboy of Zaharoff. But he's also a huge fanboy of Boadicea. And now I say Boadicea, people say Boadicea. I just like the sound of Boadicea. Anyway, so Boadicea, he has sent me these samples and he loves these ones here. Now, as you can see, there is sticky tape still on them. So he actually sent them to me taped up, I guess, so that they don't spill. But I haven't opened them yet. So what I'm gonna do, so Lee, here we go, my good friend. I'm gonna tell you exactly. So this is Monarch. So I haven't smelt Monarch before, but I'm about to. And of course, got a spray on skin. That's my man. This is awesome. Okay, so it's starts off nice and kind of smoky. It's got a tobacco. There's sweetness in there. I'd be curious to see how this dries down. So on opening, and as everybody knows, if you can snag somebody on that opening, it just becomes something else. Actually, this could be, so today is a beautiful sunny day here in Melbourne, and I could see myself wearing this, but I can also see that this would play well on a cooler evening. There's something else happening down the bottom there, like a musk or a patchouli. Now what I'm going to do, so again, I don't know. I could be talking rubbish. This could be a fougere. But I'm going to put here what the bottle looks like, so anybody interested. And I will go into Fragrantica and grab some notes, and so you can see what this fragrance is about. But this one here, this is actually, and it's settling a bit more. On the dry down, I'd be curious to see where this goes, but so far, this one here, Lee, is a winner. All right, so the next one here is the King. So already I'm thinking it's gonna be like powerful and oh wow. All right, so this one here, on first go, I'm not hooked. It's nice. It's nice. I like this one here. I actually maybe it's the deeper tones that this one has. Maybe it's leather. Yeah. Okay. So this one's got it's got an interesting top note that I have no idea. I'm not sure. So the King, I'm not sure. It's okay, but I do know that I need to let it. I'm just going to spray it again. Yeah, it's got an unusual top note, and again here I am. So just to be clear, I wish that I had a perfumer's nose. I don't. Okay, I just love perfume. I love the smell of perfumes. I love how they make me feel. So I don't. This is my disclaimer. I can't pick out notes. I mean, the dudes who do that sort of stuff, one day maybe, if I could, develop my nose to that point, that would be awesome. Okay, so there's some kind of spice in here. This is the King. That on first spray, it's not really grabbing me on the intro. I'd be interested to see where this goes. Actually, already I feel like something else is happening there, sort of getting something else that's settling down. But on that opening note, that was kind of unusual. But Monarch, I can see Monarch being an absolute winner. Thanks, guys. I look forward to your comments. Let me know if this is a good idea or if I am wasting my time. Stop wasting your time. Again, I loop back on the reason for this is really a chance to connect in a different kind of way. And so maybe this could work, maybe it doesn't. But I'm gonna try this out for 4 weeks. Please, on your comments, tell me something that you would like me to test for next week. I will put a comment here so that people know who it is that is sending this out to me. If you can send it to me, that'd be awesome. I'll put down in the comments at a PO box that you can send a sample to. Failing that, just tell me what it is. I'll try to hunt it down and see if I can find it. Mate talk over. Thanks, guys.